Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox. I would like to welcome you to the Sunday Book Review. The Sunday Book Review is the series where I discuss books which impact the compliance practitioner, the legal professional, and the business professional. I hope you will enjoy this episode. The Sunday Book Review is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network. First, a quick word from our sponsor. The Sunday Book Review for April 16, 2023, the Time and Space edition. These books all come to us from the University of Chicago Press. First up, Rome as a Guide to the Good Life by Scott Samuelson. This is a guidebook to Rome for those interested in La Dolce Vita and the ancient Romans called Vita Beate, the Good Life. Scott Samuelson offers a thinker's tour of the eternal city, rooting ideas from the philosophical tradition within the geography of the city. He introduces the city's great works of art and its famous sites, the Colosseum, the Forum, etc. He gets to the knotty, ethical heart of questions posed by these structures. Practicing philosophy in place, this book tackles the profound questions that most tours of Rome only bracket. Next up, Travels in America by Albert Camus. Yes, Albert Camus did travel to America in 1946. He was virtually unknown to American audiences at that time, although that was about to change with the translation of his book, The Stranger. In 1949, he set out on a tour of South America. He was an international celebrity. His journals offer an intimate glimpse into the daily life of those years and showcase his thinking at its most personal, a form of observational writing the French call things seen. Our next book is Astrotopia, the Dangerous Religion of the Corporate Space Race by Mary Jane Rubenstein. It's a revealing look at the parallel mythologies behind the colonization of Earth and space and a bold vision for more equitable, responsible future on both our planet and beyond. As environmental, political, and public health crises multiply on Earth, we are drawn at the dawn of a new space race in which governments team up with celebrity billionaires to exploit the cosmos for human gain. Obviously, these people are well known: Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Richard Branson. In Astrotopia, philosopher of science and religion Mary Jane Rubenstein pulls back the curtain on these not-so-new myths that these space barons are peddling, like growth without limit, energy without guilt, and salvation in a brand new world. And our final book is Travels in the Americas, Notes and Impressions of a New World by Albert Camus. Yes, Albert Camus traveled to both America and to South America. He came to America in 1946 before The Stranger was translated into English, and to Latin America in 1949 after the book was translated, and he became an international celebrity. His personal journals detail observations from both trips, and it's fascinating to see the difference in the way he was treated both before and after the international publication of The Stranger. Camus' pen, of course, is insightful, and his language as great as you would expect from Albert Camus. This is one of the most interesting finds I have seen, and I hope you will check out one or more of these books from this episode. I would like to tell you about the latest addition to the Compliance Podcast Network. It's Two Gurus Talk Compliance, where, with my friend and colleague Christy Grant Hart, we take a look at some of the top compliance commentary around. It's a long-form, up to 1 hour podcast, but if you're interested in compliance, if you're interested in Christy Grant Hart and myself talking about compliance, this would be a great podcast for you to check in on. It premiered on March 10th on the Compliance Podcast Network. I know you'll enjoy this latest offering. Additionally, we have Data-Driven Compliance, which is a podcast where I look at the use of data in compliance programs. This is perhaps the most cutting-edge podcast I have going right now. And if you're interested in how data can be used, how to structure a data analytics program, what tools are available out there for you, and how compliance practitioners are using data, this is certainly the podcast for you. So check out Data-Driven Compliance, all on the Compliance Podcast Network. The Sunday Book Review is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.